We back with another one. So Diddy bond got denied again. You know, they ain't trying to let him go nowhere. They said he got to stand there till the trial start. Plus, they still investigating. They ain't trying to let him go nowhere. Now, for those of y'all don't know, these the same people in New York that got R. Kelly, like I told y'all before. Like, they ain't trying to let Diddy go nowhere. So let's get into it. I'm gonna let y'all hear what his lawyer had to say about it first, and then we gonna read what happened in the courtroom.
So we made a bail appeal to Judge Carter. It did not go our way. The fight continues. We're not giving up by a long shot. I told Mr. Combs I'm going to try and get his case to trial as quickly as possible. I'm going to try and minimize the amount of time he spends in very, very difficult and I believe inhumane housing conditions in the special housing unit of the Metropolitan Detention Facility. And I'm going to do everything that I can to move his case as quickly as possible. I understand that the government has a great amount of electronic devices that they have to download and provide to me. But everything's on the government's timetable, nothing's on the defendant's timetable, and they're going to have to accommodate me and him and give us a quick trial, and I'm going to be pushing for that. He's ready, he's focused, he has been ready to defend this case since he first found out about this case. Nothing has changed from his perspective. I obviously would much prefer to fight this case with him out of jail, and we are going to try to bring that about through additional legal process. But wherever he is, his resolve is the same. He believes he's innocent. I believe he's innocent, and we're going to fight this case with all of our might until we don't have to fight any longer. I'm not really going to take any questions, but at this point, we are moving forward. We're preparing for trial as we speak, and we are considering our next steps and appealing the court's ruling from today. All right. Thank you all very much. I really appreciate it.
Okay. So, Diddy lawyer don't got the freak off tape yet. You know what I'm saying? And the reason why he don't got him yet is because I'm guessing the feds only want to get him what they gonna use in court. But if they gotta get him everything, he gonna see everybody they been baby oiling up, lubed up, sliding all across the house and all that. Yeah, sliding up across hotel rooms, oil everywhere. You know, his lawyer gonna have to watch all that, you know. So now we finna go over. Now what I'm finna go over is the transcripts from what was said in court today, and the reason why his bond got denied. All right. So first thing first, the assistant U.S. attorney, yeah, that's what it is. The assistant U.S. attorney. Emily Johnson said the freak-offs were elaborate. They began in 2009 and extended into this year. The freak-offs were arranged with his entourage. The defendant used narcotics so that the victims would continue. Ketamine, GHB, and others. Damn, okay. The defendant would record the freak-offs, at least in part, to use them to blackmail. We have an email. A victim says, "You're gonna make me. I'm not going to say it on the public record, or you're gonna link some FO, whatever that means." But Diddy was trying to blackmail somebody, and that's what that came from. A different victim wrote, "He said he was gonna expose me with the sex tape. I was drugged." That's just two examples. And so it's rich when the defendant submission filed today accuses the victim of extorting. He's the only extorter. See what I'm saying? So basically, man, Diddy had these tapes, bro. The feds done had this dude phone taps probably since Biggie was alive. Emails, all that, right? Diddy is telling people, if I don't get what I want, I'm putting the tape out. You see what I'm saying? If you don't give me what I want, I'm putting out the tape. So that lets me know that some of this stuff Diddy probably not even in. It just happened at his house. The feds is saying people went to them like, this dude got a tape of me and he said he gonna put it out. And they got emails and they got text messages. Diddy a fool, but it's over with though. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. He cooked. It's a wrap. Anyway, so the assistant state's attorney also said, we see 6 guns. They were in a defendant's home and he had access to them. We are focused on the dual-faced guns in the defendant's closet. This is not about security but dangerousness. The security team is the same ones he said will monitor him. The head of his security has now been served with a subpoena. Damn. Given what we learned about his role in the offensive conduct. Now, about the hotel assault yesterday, defense counsel called it a fight in a relationship, but it's trafficking. So y'all heard that. So look, they just said Diddy had a security. They done subpoenaed me. Got to be a witness. Y'all know it. Like this YSL stuff, you get subpoenaed. You got to be the witness now. If he don't show up, come up missing or something like that, they locking them up. I told y'all what it's finna be is either you gonna tell on this nigga or we locking you up. Tell or get locked up. What you want to do? That's exactly how they rolling. But I wonder who was Diddy trying to blackmail with them goddamn tapes. Then it say the defendant had a freak off on March 5th, 2016. We had evidence there was one commercial worker there in the hotel room doing assault. She isn't even wearing shoes. She's in danger. The defendant storms out in a towel. Okay, so they talking about Cassie, right? Now this is crazy because they talking about the Cassie situation. Now, did he call her? I got 6 kids. Yo, please call. I'm surrounded. One of 2 things. Either Cassie kept them text messages, or I told y'all the feds had his phone tapped, or they just reading off what's on the phone and he got tapped. But my whole thing is, if y'all knew all this stuff, why y'all let it go on for so long? Y'all done let this man did so much. So this is another thing y'all gotta pay attention to too. All this stuff ain't coming from victims and witnesses. Some of this stuff is coming directly from the feds and what they got. And this ain't what they found, but this is stuff they been had, bro. They said they been watching him since at least 2009, and I think they been watching him way before that. But you had people going to them. Oh, he did this at the party. Oh, he trying to blackmail me and all. Somebody important enough went to them and told them, Diddy trying to blackball me. They got the ball rolling on this shit. Come on, we finna take Mr. Combs down. Mr. Combs got to go. Yeah. Y'all see Kevin Loud just step down. Nigga, what you stepping down for? You got something to hide too, nigga? All you niggas, nigga. They all trying to hide something. Now think about it. Think about this for a second. Whatever Diddy had on these people is so bad, they went to the feds. Can you imagine what's on them tapes? How the tape so bad you don't want it to come out? You gotta go to the feds? Oh man, it's crazy. This is crazy. Anyway, we back in the courtroom, right? So now the state's attorney U.S. attorney says, we have messages from the victim. I still have crazy bruising. He claims he wanted to get his clothes back, but that's not what happened. She tried to escape a room with the defendant and a commercial sex worker. She fled without shoes. Basically, the day Diddy beat up Cassie, it was somebody else in that room, and Diddy was having a freak off. And they know who the other person in the room was. Wow. He covered up. No. Immediately after the assault, the defendant sent these messages. Call me. The cops are here. I got 6 kids. Yo, please call. I am surrounded. You gonna abandon me alone? The defendant knew he had done something that could elicit police response. Diddy an idiot. He covered up what he did this year after the surveillance video came out. Only then he admitted that it was him. Yesterday, it was claimed that his clothes were taken, but that's not what happened. Why drag the victim back down the hall to the room? Stupid. The indisputable evidence makes it clear you cannot take the defendant at his word. March 5th, 2016 is far from the defendant's long act of violence and obstruction. Freak off activity is the core of this case. Damn. Big old freak. Damn, Diddy. The baby oil bandit. They use force, coercion, and drugs. Our investigation is ongoing. Half a dozen escorts is just the tip of the iceberg. God damn, boy, they got half a dozen. Boy, they finna tell everything. Boy, they done already told, but they finna get in the courtroom and cook this nigga. Man, of escorts who participated in these freak-offs. The case is charged as sex trafficking by force, fraud, and coercion. The acts were not consensual. And I guess that's the U.S. lady right there or whatever. Then it say, the defenses argue that anyone in the freak-off wanted to be there. That's not the law. When people are threatened with exposure and are beaten, they cannot consent. That is trafficking. Victims' heads were slammed against car window. Damn, who head got slammed against the car window? Hey, Diddy is wildin'. Here are some texts. When you get up, you knock me around. I'm not a rag doll. I'm someone's child. We have witnesses who witnessed these injuries. This conduct happened behind closed doors in houses, hotel rooms, and cars. Judge was concerned. Judge found that she did not believe the defense counsel can control the defendant. Consider the Mercedes case in the circuit, reversing the decision to release the defendant. Let's turn to obstruction. Witnesses have expressed extreme fear of him. Wow. They have directly contacts a victim in November 2023, constant contact with the witnesses to the charged conduct after the subpoena, before the government interviews. 2 of these examples are, there are communications between the defendant and the witness. See what I'm saying? See, Diddy an idiot. He talking to people that's already working for the feds. Like, look, these people were subpoenaed way before they locked him up in anything. These the people that they wanted in there for sure. He was already talking to them. So they already know he got a snitch somewhere. So more than likely, since his phones was tapped and all that, once they find out who was telling them the information that they had, that person probably ended up getting locked up too, probably going to jail too. But Diddy was talking to them, not already knowing the feds had already been in contact with them and working for them. Stupid, an idiot. Judge Carter, 13 contacts with 2 people. The state's attorney, 14 contacts between the defendant and the witness. Also, he outreached to a witness he had not been in contact with for several years after the grand jury subpoena. He used intermediaries. That means he used other people. He recorded the conversation on another person's device. He getting other people's phones tapped. This nigga is an idiot. In November 2023, he twice called a victim. On November 19th, he received a text from this other person in response. It reads, I feel like I'm reading my own sexual trauma. 3 pages, my experience. The defendant called her and gaslit her, trying to convince her it has been consensual. He repeatedly said he was not supposed to be speaking on the phone. He tells the witness not to text him. The defendant said if support, nothing to worry about money. They got all this stuff. The defendant wrote his financial advisor should not make a mistake and not get that rent paid. This was obstruction. We cite us versus LaFontaine, a defendant who fed a false narrative. That's what's going on here. State's attorney. I'll go over the cases. Judge Carter. That's not necessary. I'm familiar with those cases. A recent civil suit last week. Don Richard filed a civil suit. She was in the band, also with Miss Harper. Miss Harper issued a statement. Oh my God. So all that's with Don Richards, the other girl, Camila, all that stuff that was wrote on Instagram and all. They got it all, man. They got everything. This shit crazy. So now Don lawsuit is doing the Diddy indictment. Man, it's wild, man. Y'all gonna learn to stop gramming like that and tweeting like that, and when everything y'all using on social media, they just throwing it in cases. Crazy. Let me see. U.S. attorney. We did deal with Lawrence Ray case, Magistrate Judge Fox, but the judge found that corroborated by documentary evidence. Judge, anything else? State's attorney, a few more things. Judge, how many? State's attorney, 3 minutes. Traveling to New York does not address the danger to the community. I am here seeking detention, but I know that the bail package does not have enough conditions that focus on obstruction, and it couldn't. He's been involving other people, but he tried to get y'all them there $100 million to get out, and they still wouldn't take it. This defendant should be detained pending legal trial. Judge, defense, Combs' lawyer. Let me start with Miss Harper. I was called by her and the lawyer. I said, do what you want. Make a statement or not. I later found out that she did. You just hold on, man. Didn't I tell y'all Diddy need to fire that nigga? Did I tell y'all? Motherfucker call it like, hey, I'm about to tell about this. I'm finna tell about that. Do what you have to do. Oh, she did what she has to do. This boy, this that cereal box shit. You know what I'm talking about? It's the same shit I told y'all with Tory. I could tell about what your lawyer doing if you cooked. Automatically, I'm going to say you cooked based off of your lawyer's action. Not you, not the case, not none. If I see your lawyer moving strange, I'm going to say you cooked, just like I did with Tory. I ain't even have to go over the facts of the case and none of that. I knew Tory lawyers was trash. I said he was cooked, he was cooked. But anyway, so Diddy got trash lawyers. The second lawyer, Miss Harper, felt she was being besmirched. We did speak with her at 2 a.m. on the 11th. And y'all negotiating at 3 o'clock in the morning? After speaking, what would be the reason for Mr. Combs to continue contacting her? She was concerned she was in the media. After that, I have brought today the head of Sage Intelligence. We are proposing that Sage Intelligence personnel, all former law enforcement, will be monitoring the residence of Mr. Combs 24/7. They will have 1 and 2 employees there at all times. No, that ain't good enough. There would be a visitor log, only pre-approved could come in. We could give a list to the court. Mr. Combs will not have a cell phone or access to the internet. That way, no witness intimidation, completely nullified. No, that ain't gonna work. Having Sage Intelligence on site, we'll do what we have to do. Even 3 there, if don't believe that Mr. Combs' actions in coming to New York are only about risk of flight. It shows he is deeply respectful of the court's authority. He is responsible. Mr. Combs knew he was under investigation and gave us his passport. This is not defense lawyer theater. We took the passport of his 5 of his family members. We have a letter of intent to sell his airplane. We had 3 buys that didn't work out. Now, this when the judge, this when the judge know you could. The judge say, can you get to the point? It shows he's trustworthy. He's not a defendant who says, come find me. And Maxwell and Epstein, how does that relate to danger and obstruction? If he was aware in April, why was he contacting witnesses? See what I'm saying? See that? You see that, right? So the lawyer is trying to tell them, like, look, Diddy doing what he's supposed to do. The judge like, well, if he doing what the hell he's supposed to do, why is he still contacting these witnesses and doing all this stuff when he know what's going on and he know he potentially about to be indicted and facing jail time and all that? Why is he still bothering the witnesses? Yeah, he cooked, man. It's over with. A woman contacted him, said she got a subpoena. We told him, don't speak to her. Talk to me about danger. The judge say, talk to me about danger. Man, this judge was going hard. People who are a danger are people who are contemptuous of the court, but Mr. Combs has never been contemptuous of the court. He using them T.I. words, nigga, contemptuous. That ain't finna get him free, nigga, whether you contemptuous or not, nigga. He had a case in New York in 99. He came to court every time. He shows up on time. Judge, under your plan, will he will have employees? They handle his finances. They are in California. Judge, will he be able to leave his residence? No. Judge, and the security, could they be there in the house? His lawyer, yes, we could put cameras filming 24 hours a day. They could do spot checks. There are already cameras there. Judge, that video is troubling. The judge got straight to Cassie. That video is troubling. He was 40-some years old. He realized he had, and then his lawyer said he realized he had a problem with drug addiction and anger. He went in a rehab program for a period of time. The woman in the video also went to rehab around that same time. So now his lawyer trying to say him and Cassie went to rehab at the same time. They loved each other. The written messages are heartbreaking. The sex and the violence was totally separate, motivated by separate things. The way they chose to be intimate, they would bring a third person on. They chose that. Judge, what does that have to do with him punching her, throwing a vase at her? What's love got to do with that? There was jealousy from infidelity in both directions. Mr. Combs and this other person. The violence is from that. Judge, what is your point? Damn! Hey, you know when the judge tired of you talking, when the judge just be like, fuck all that, what's your point? What's your point, sir? I'm not giving this nigga no bail, so what is your point? You doing all this talking, that nigga ain't going nowhere. What is your point? Lord have mercy. And you say they invited a third person in. If that person is a commercial sex worker and they travel across state lines, isn't that a problem? Oh my God. I've spoken with the agency. They say they are not paid for sex, but if they feel like it. The former government of New York, he did this and he was not prosecuted. They're prosecuting Mr. Combs for it. Damn, you in there snitching on other people and shit? Damn. The former governor of New York did it, man. Hey, man, stop snitching on people. Let's get back to the video. The judge say, fuck all that. Let's get back to the video and the physical beating. Why isn't that relevant to dangerousness? It's not sex trafficking. Diddy lawyer, even if you don't trust him, trust the bond package. 50 million bond, no internet, Sage will be there that will get a court comfort. He's not a flight risk. Then he can prepare for his trial. We had known this was coming. We could have run in March. He was an actual altar boy. Judge, how far back are you going? He watches sermons every day. He has done a great deal to earn the court's trust. I ask you to release him. Judge, I've heard from the parties. I find the government have proven the defendant is a danger regarding a bail package. It is insufficient, and even on risk of flight, Sean Combs will remain detained. Well, I'll be damned. I'll be goddamn. Tell y'all one thing. I ain't going to no damn New York. I ain't going. Damn, that going to New York shit over with. And his son was there too. You know, all the cameras and stuff is on him now. He there too, but man, they said, y'all. I mean, if they can go into the federal trial, but it's crazy because Christian name not in the indictment. Justin name in there, but I don't know if he a witness or a suspect or I don't know. Because they ain't said, but I think Justin name in there, but Christian name not in there. But he the one that got the case from the girl that say he sexually assaulted her. This shit one big mess, but I'm telling y'all now, New York, don't do nothing in New York. They don't care how much money you got. They don't care who you is. And especially if the people high up enough. Now, these are the things that happen. R. Kelly wanted to buy and own all his music, and he was finna try to get all his music from Sony. That's when everything fell apart for him. Diddy calling people, telling them he finna blackmail them, went against the Rock, the Diageo people, all that, and these other powerful people that was powerful enough to go to the Fed. Imagine being so powerful that you can go to the feds and say, I did something wrong. Diddy got it on tape. He blackmailing me. He doing a crime to me, goddamn it. He trying to hurt me. But did you sleep with the sex worker? Did you help him get the girls? Was you a part of this? That ain't what I'm saying. He trying to blackmail me. I got kids. I got a wife. I got a business. I can't be involved in this. It's a mess, but that's where we at with it. Y'all get down in the comment section, man. Let me know what y'all think. It's your boy Buddha. I'm out.